So guys, I had a viewer ask me how I did my dyno setup thing and was questioning me about how I did it. So yeah, I'm gonna get into that. So what I did was I fired up Inventor and made this disk. This is a cutaway view of the disk. This is the insides of the disk. In these two spots, I found some neodymium magnets, embedded them in there, and made sure the magnets' poles were the same way. Essentially, I let the magnets stick themselves together back to back, slid them off of each other, and made sure the side that was pointing up on both magnets stayed pointing up. After I did that, I inserted them into the disk while 3D printing it. With my 3D printer, whoosh, I made the blue disk a real thing. Now, that's only part of the equation. There's a little bit more that needs to be done. I then fired up this program. This is called Simple Dyno. This program allows me to use a headphone piece, earbud thing, and turn it into a signal generator that by spinning the flywheel generates a wee little signal on a little line. The computer then recognizes the rate that those magnets in the flywheel pass by the headphone, generating a signal through the input for your sound into your computer. Commonly found as a red headphone port on the back of a computer. And gathering all this technology together in a vacuum cleaner and an engine that can spin something, turbine, piston engine, what have you, you can generate spin and signal. Now, there's a lot more intricacies that I'm not covering right now, so let's go into those. And this is the most complicated thing of everything here. I had to do some mathematics, boys, and I'm not great at math despite being a mechanical engineer and now an electrical engineer. Well, halfway through my electrical engineering degree. Regardless, this stuff at the top, I left the way it was. You could put in the same numbers. Meanwhile, the bottom, this stuff's critical, obviously. With these critical parameters, you put in all the information that your flywheel has. Roller mass. This line right here. That's critical. That is extremely critical. And a roller diameter. Everything else is kind of meh. But with all this information, I can use the flywheel to calculate power. Now, mind you, these numbers are not perfectly accurate for my setup. So take my power readings with a grain of salt. But the consistency between all the runs I've done, I've kept the same flywheel, I've used the same settings here, so comparing a turbine and a piston engine with each other with the same flywheel and dyno setup is accurate. I'm not making number claims, I'm making power comparisons. The RPM claim, though, is extremely accurate. This thing is pretty good with getting numbers. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. Finding this simple dyno program was not easy. So I will leave a link to the YouTube video that I found this, and there's a guy that goes into much more depth into the mathematics to set up improving everything, making everything better. One side note I would like to add, that when printing this thing, make sure this little collar-like piece that you extend out is very long. Don't be afraid to go 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 millimeters. 8 millimeters is a wide bushing. This part here is probably 16 millimeters. Get those numbers right and you'll have a dyno that's accurate and can make good power numbers. So, yeah, with all that, minimize friction in all the flywheel things. Don't spin a flywheel more than 6,000 RPMs with mine, because I'm afraid of a nuclear explosion going off in my hands, as I have to hold everything down with my hand in the way. If I could do this all remote, just turn on the vacuum and run away, and then turn it off again, I would. But I can't. So I'm at risk of an exploding flywheel every run. So, yeah. Oh, well, that's it. Less than 5 minutes. Good job, Sean. So, yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope this was helpful. I'd like to see some people that make vacuum engines dyno their engines so we could see their power curves and maybe compare power if we can all confirm that our dynos are accurate. I will not be posting the files for all this stuff. I would like to encourage everyone to get creative with their stuff. I might think of putting a tutorial or just the basic dimensions for my flywheel, but that's about where I'm gonna leave it. So, yeah. Thanks for watching.